Now, sim racing allows anything to be possible. We all know this. This is why we love the hobby that we do. Whether you want to be driving a go-kart around a toilet, or whether you want to be racing side by side, usually a lap down, against an F1 world champion, anything is possible within the realms of sim racing. But the one thing that was not on my bingo cards was a version of the Nordschleife that's new, that's never been seen before, and technically doesn't exist. Now, before we get into the video, please do hit that like button, subscribe if you want to as well, and leave a comment down below on any suggestions or improvements you think of that can be made to my channel. I appreciate every single one of you and the support you all give, and any comments mean an absolute lot to me, so anyway, let's get on with the video. Now, you're probably thinking, what the hell are you on about? A version of the Nordschleife that doesn't exist? Well, how is it the Nordschleife? And I thought the same when I came across this mod on Race Department called the Kleine Nordschleife by Shin956. And basically what it is a historic-themed version of the Nordschleife, chopped down with sections removed and altered to create the theme and the feel and the driving thrill of the Nordschleife, but in a smaller package of only 7.1 kilometers. It feels like the Nordschleife, it drives like the Nordschleife, it flows like the Nordschleife, but none of the corners are the same. And you come out of one corner expecting to go into the next one, which you know. I know the Nürburgring off by heart. And then all of a sudden you're at the carousel. Or you're coming around the final chicane and then, oh, I'm on the back straight. It's such a weird concept, but it's really good fun. And especially in historic cars. So we're going to go for a quick 5-lap race here at the Kleine Nordschleife in the Formula RSS 1970 V8, because DFV Cosworth is just the GOAT engine.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
But anyway, without further ado, enough of me rambling on. I will see you guys on the track. So here we are on the grid. It looks like the Nordschleife. It feels like Nordschleife. And it is green flag, and oh, away we somewhat go. AI get started eventually. But anyway, let's focus on surviving the first corner and making our way out of the mess. So, up to T1, all looking very familiar at the moment. For those who have driven historic versions of the Nordschleife, you'll know this is how the track used to be. The long right-hander onto the straight behind the pit lane as we gently feed the power in. Nice gut exit out of there. We're going to duck into the stitch. We've got a car on the inside. And now picking our braking point, probably around this white building. Down to third, down to second, big heel toe, big braking through this double left-hander into what is, assumingly, now the Spien-Schmitz corner. Spien-Schmitzer curve, I should say. And now on to the northern loop, up to third gear. And you'll be expecting, right, well, we must be getting into the Hatzenbach section now, but this all looks very, very strange, and you sort of get a bit lost for a few corners as we come over the crest as the 24 comes sailing on our outside. We get a little bit of contact wheel to wheel before heading down the hill, and I believe that was Flugplatz we just passed. Already past Flugplatz and up to what is now Schredenkreuz. Pick our braking point. Avoid the massive curb on the inside as we head under the bridge through Arenberg. And now you're expecting, right, well, we must be heading into the compression, but no. We've come out of the compression and we're straight into the next big braking zone, down to first gear, avoiding the big curb on the inside. We've got the 74 or the 47 right behind us as we come through a corner that you may have recognized into one that if you don't get this one right, then I'll be very disappointed. Into the carousel already, and we're only 2 minutes into the lap. The only thing you can do that with in the proper Nordschleife, possibly the X2010, or something with a jet engine in the back. But anyway, out of the carousel, up to the next big braking zone on the circuit, this tight, twisty technical section, little 3-corner chicane with a really narrow exit. And now we can fight to get the power down as we come under the bridge into Tiergarten as the AI gets sent up the inside and goes onto the grass. As we go locking up the inside as we get caught out. And that is the final chicane. And that is a lap of the Nordschleife in 2 minutes and 50 seconds. It's so weird. It boggles my mind. It's hard to drive because I want to go into the corners knowing where I am, but not knowing where I am at the same time. But anyway, let's see if we can try and make up some positions on this second lap. Again, it's just struggling to get the power down through here. Come on, feed it, feed it, feed it, feed it. Ride the curb a little bit. Now up through the gears we go once again. But it's a fun track. It's good fun to drive. Like I said, it gives you that feeling of driving the Nordschleife. I have no confidence in where I'm going, to be honest, but in a smaller package. So, and having it the historic theme just really gives you the sort of what if feeling of what if, you know, we got to the 70s, we got to Loudest Instant in 76. That was when they made a bunch of changes to the track. As we come over the Flugplatz. Oh, big drift, big drift. As we thought about a move up the inside there, but we've got a good run on the exit. Up to the inside of Schradenkreuz, or not Schradenkreuz. I don't really know whether to call them by their names or not. As we go very deep. Panic braking down the gears. Oh, we somehow make the move stick. But this is definitely a sort of what-if moment. What if, you know, Loudest Instant happened? They completely changed the track. They cut it all short, and this was what could have resulted. Oh, missed the gear there. That did not help us in the braking zone, but we somehow still managed to make the corner. And now, once again, up to the carousel. About the only familiar piece of the circuit which remains, and honestly, one of the most legendary corners in motorsport. Up there with Eau Rouge and Maggots and Beckett's to Silverstone for me is the carousel. Come on, just using that power just to try and get the car rotated out of the corner. And now up to this really tight technical section, which I'm not really sure what it's supposed to be or what section this is of the track. I guess maybe like a sort of condensed third sector or final third of the lap, I should say. Sort of like a Whipperman section. I'm not really sure what that's trying to be, but this is through the bridge down into Tiergarten or up into Tiergarten. It's the elevation change as well that's throwing me off down into the final chicane, and now we can really hammer the power out of there. And already on to the third lap. Pit lane on the outside, don't touch that pit barrier. There's a bit of a mesh there. I did find that out in practice quite easily, but then it's again braking about the 200-meter mark. Oh, just on the limit of what the brakes can do there. Bit of left foot brake through here. We've got Mr. Red and Green in the 14 behind us, trying to just hug the inside, and then early on the power, right there. Oh, it's not too much curb. Curbs, once again, are absolutely humongous. That definitely remains from the Nordschleife, and especially the old school Nordschleife. It's not so much as riding a curb, it's more hitting a brick wall. As we lock up a rear tyre coming into Sabine Schmitzer Curve Part 1 and Part 2, I guess, is what we're going to call them affectionately for this version of the track. Once again, up to third gear, and then you just want to carry the speed, but you can't through here. It's tighter than you think. And that's Hatzenbach completed once again for the third time as we come over the Flugplatz. Oh, forward drifting out of there, giving us some humongous understeer. That was not an English word that just came out of my mouth. As he's trying it around the outside, as we have a little bit of contact. And he's round. We're not round yet. We're round now. We managed to keep it going. Oh, that was... These AI, I'll be honest, are not most sensible of drivers around here. But we're still going. We haven't lost any places. There's a big train of cars behind us, and we've just got to try and hold on to these for a couple more laps while we try and find our pace here at this track, which, again, I just have no confidence at. Not really sure how to attack these corners. They're all completely new to me, yet the feeling is there. I feel like I'm driving a 60s version of the Nordschleife, a 70s version of the Nordschleife. Which, if you look back on my channel, and I think I will link one up in the top right-hand corner of your screen right now, I did, in this car, a race in virtual reality around the 70s version of Nordschleife, and it's one of the best experiences I've had on a Assetto Corsa in a very long time. I mean, that was a couple of years ago, that video, and to be honest, I haven't had anything blow me away as much as that. That's it, slowly getting the confidence through that little twisty sector there. And now through not the compression, but Tiergarten. Take third, take second. You can sort of almost cut the corner there as we go very deep. Avoid the curb on the rejoining, because otherwise it will kill you. And on to the final lap. No, we're on lap 4, sorry. Leaders on the 4th lap, which means we are on the 4th lap. Braking hard, locking up the rears. You can see the car wanting to step out all the time there. That's how you got to drive these things. Always on the edge, 4-wheel drifting. Come on, power, 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 power. Oh, understeer, power understeer, not good. And we've created a little bit of gap to us and the car behind now. We can try and gain a little bit of confidence. How late can we brake? Just past the building. Brake discs glowing up ahead. I love this mod. Race Sim Studios absolutely smash it out the park in every mod they do. So do VRC, to be fair. But for this historic era of Formula 1, this is what I hope that AC Evo does well too. And if they don't, then I hope they allow modding for stuff like this to happen, because where else can you find this? Where else can you drive this kind of version of the Nordschleife that's super fun? Don't get me wrong, it's not the Nordschleife by any means necessary. But that's the beauty of it. It's not the Nordschleife, yet it's giving me the feel and the vibes of driving the Nordschleife, just in a much smaller package. I mean, 7 kilometers over, what is it, 23, 24 kilometers for the full Nordschleife? Probably a quarter of the amount of turns. And don't get me wrong, it's not a short track by any means. I mean, 7 kilometers, that's the length of Spa, and people definitely turn around and say that Spa is a short track, but when you compare it to its full length big brother, but it's giving me that sort of buzz, it's giving me that vibe of driving around the Nordschleife, especially coming out of the carousel there. That's it, just using the power there just to try and turn the car around. So we try and carry a bit more speed through this tight, twisty sector, turn in later. Keep it in second gear, understeer, understeer. Come on, don't touch the curb on the inside. There we go, lovely stuff. Leader is on the final lap. We are being absolutely gapped up ahead. I'm being very much caught up from behind. Oh, I was too busy looking in the mirrors. Too busy looking in the mirrors. I didn't see where I was going. And once again, caught out by just my lack of, oh, that's that corner. And then it's not. But anyway, leader is on the final lap, which means we are on the final lap. See if we can try and hold on. Down to second, take a wider entry, maybe cut it back. Is he still on the inside? I think he might be. Nope, we're clear for the minute as we go very deep into this next part. Come on. Trying to get the power to use to get the car rotated, but it's just giving me an understeer for days. But yeah, the guys who created this mod, the mod is in the description below. Please definitely do go check it out. All of the information is on the race department page. These guys are absolutely legends for creating something like this. I mean, who thinks up the idea of, the Nordschleife, it's a bit too long. Let me just make a shorter version. And most people just turn around and go, you know, we'll cut out the straights, or, oh, bloody hell. We'll cut out the straights, or we'll cut out some of the more, maybe, duller sections. Not that there are any dull sections on the Nordschleife, but these guys have done this absolutely brilliantly, and we are side by side, nearly having a similar collision again as the AI holds on to that number 14 car. Oh, sent that in a bit too hard. Down to second. Missed our brake pedal completely there. My driving has been definitely not on point, but that's not what this video is about. This video is just showcasing just the skill and the versatility of the modders on Assetto Corsa and how they've managed to capture the essence of the Nordschleife in a much smaller package is absolutely beyond me as we drift the hell out of there. And once again, just like in the full Nordschleife, it's making me sweat. It's making me work hard in these old 70s cars, and it wouldn't be right driving this in a modern car. The vibe, the atmosphere, the advertising boards, the crowds, you know, being right on the side of the track. It just fits the theme perfectly. Come on, through this slow, clumsy sector. Get that pound down nice and early. Good exit out of there. Now let's see if we can try and get at least this last sector right just once. Which we can't once again. We'll have to take it to going off the track. Try and not lose another place. Whoa! Which we lose one. And we finish 12th in the end there. We lost a few places off the start, and the race was absolutely abysmal. Drove awfully. But this track is pretty damn cool, so definitely do go and check it out and give it a drive. Give it a drive and whatever you like. But yes, thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please do hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to as well. Do check out the mod in the description below. Would very much appreciate it if you also hit that comment. Comment anything you like. Comment what you want to see in an upcoming video or anything that you think I can improve. All that's left for me to say is thank you very much again for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.